So continuing with another game here. Let's see what happens. Okay, slow. This is kind of like the Karpov's favored treatment of the against the perk defense. I know it's the Pearts. It's I'm gonna throw this out. Say the name like you like. Don't worry about the correct pronunciation. See, like for instance, what's the capital of France? Well, if you're American, you call it Paris. If you're a Frenchman, you call it Paris. If you're from Spain, you call it Paris. Just say it in your tongue, okay? You don't have to be precise. Okay, so this is the Karpov. Now this is unusual to do the double fianchetto. A lot of times black will just play slowly here, and he will attempt to get e5 in, and it's a very, very, very level position. It's almost a King's Indian attack reversed. And you say, no, that's a King's Indian defense. No, it's not a King's Indian defense because white didn't play c4. Okay. So a little unusual, but it's certainly playable. Now, this is, in my opinion, it's okay, but it could be premature. Okay, why? Why is it premature? Well, number one, it did activate this bishop on a diagonal. It did clear a square to place a white knight, which is targeting a loose square. It also ceded square to black c5. So positionally, black could just say, go ahead, put your knight in on c6. I might even swap my bishop for it at some point. But I want to get a knight up to c5, and I'm going to play, so a5 here. I'll get rid of those arrows. a5 here would be a quite playable response by black. And he's targeting getting a knight into c5. Let's see what black does. He played there. Okay, well, it played b6, so might as well. Now, white might be playing this right now. He might wait. Okay, so let's back this up. Let's play my move. This is pure positional chess. Okay, now we ask ourselves, what's white going to do? And we say, we don't know, because we don't know. But let's develop something. And looky, I have a threat. Just like that. So, what's white going to do? We don't know. Let's try this. Okay, now, I don't want to trade this bishop off, for white's crummy bishop. So, we've got to find a plan here for black. Let's pin this guy. Just because we can. Well, it's not a pin. Let's just play here because we can. And I'm thinking of doing stuff like this, and maybe at some point trying to drop a knight in here. I don't know. But it's still even regardless. But I want to give you some ideas for some strategies you're going to look at. Now, he can still come in here. And white doesn't have time for this. And he does. Now white says, please take my crummy bishop. That was a mistake. Well, okay, you're going for the two bishops, but so what, let's start thinking about what we can do. Let's talk about this diagonal being open. Let's just play here. Now if he wants to spend a tempo and do this, we'll do it. We'll take it. Now notice the queen is tied down to guarding the knight. Now, let's see. Well, let's go here. Chase the queen. Now, if it takes, it's more or less even. If he doesn't take, black has the two bishops here. If he comes back here, maybe we can maybe we can set up some ideas with this. We're trying to do this. It's worth analyzing. But at the rate black is moving, he's not thinking. He can only look so far and play on instinct. He can't sit there and develop a concrete plan. You can't do it. Okay. White's taking his time. White might not make the best choices, but for now, I'm saying that White is doing the right things. Now, White does have an open C file. There is a backward pawn on the open file. White did get rid of his crummy bishop. So, black has made a concession in this position. If I had to take a side right now, I would take white. This is because I think the black has misplayed this. Okay, now let's put a rook on the C file. Okay, now wrong idea. Okay, for one, black could come back here. But you see, in this type of position, the reason it's the wrong idea is because we would do a trade like this to try to make the black king more vulnerable to attack. Now, it happens in the Sicilian dragon Yugoslav variation all the time. Okay, but in that case, White's got a rook on h1, and he's shoving his h-pawn up the board, right? White only has a queen and 2 knights to attack with. So from a positional point of view, a move like rook c1 makes more sense. Now, black might be able to get away with c5 here. Probably could, and probably should. But after takes and takes, for what it's worth, black is on the c file. We can, let's see, where do I put this knight? I'm going to put him here. Now we gain a tempo, so come over there. Now, let's put the knight here. We're trying to advance. I'm trying to advance this and get a pawn center. I can't yet. There's too many critters on there, but I'm getting some defense to e4. I still like white, but the game is even. Okay, so what to do here? Well, black wants to activate his light squared bishop. He has one, white doesn't, so we'll call that a good move. Okay, I guess you need to take on e6. All right. Still have that c file. Can't play d4, unfortunately. I don't think this goes anywhere. Unless, well, maybe it does. Maybe you want to follow up with f4 and f5. Maybe we can pull an attack out of thin air. Okay, this needs to come back. Now we'll play that. We're trying to go here. Open up some lines. Let's see what he does. Okay, went back to my idea. Still not too late to try this. Okay, he wants to play e4, but he's got his work cut out to do it. I mean, did I say e4? I meant d4. Still black owns that square. No, okay. This prepares d4. I don't understand what a3 does. Okay. Black has nothing to use here. If you want to play b4, then play it now. Let me see if you want to play it. I don't think you want to play b4. So I don't understand. Rook c2 with the idea of rook over here. But a3 doesn't help white. I'm not sure if A5 helps black. He's trying to stop this. Okay. That just invites black to shut the C file down. And he wants to go there. Well, that gives a chance to do this. Now maybe we got some tricks here. Okay, the trick is, can we get away with that? Okay. Yes, we can. Knight F5 check. Ooh, this is a blunder. Okay, Knight F5 check is winning for white. Does he play it? Ooh. Okay, look at Knight F5 check.
Check.
What's black going to do? If he moves his king, he's losing the exchange.
Check.
Right?
Check.
That leaves this. Now we have this check.
Check.
And I said it was winning for white, is it? Well, we'll see. Where do you want to put the king? I think he's going to get checked if he goes to G8 or H8. So let's go here. Now we take this back. And we have a mate threat, so he doesn't have time to do this.
Checkmate.
So black must cover the mate. How else? Let's see. This is interesting. It stops white from playing this.
Check.
Because, oh no, we get a check here.
Check.
Ooh, this is juicy for white. This is real juicy for white. Ooh.
Check.
And here I was saying white had no kingside attack. Boy, was I wrong. Okay, so how much time did he spend on knight e2? Well, he spent nearly 4 minutes. Okay, you didn't see it. It's okay. All right. If you had made the move in 10 seconds or 20 seconds, you have yourself to blame. But now maybe you didn't. Maybe you never saw this idea before.
Check.
Hans Kamak, in his book book Pawn Power and Chess, he made a lot of new terminology that he called like this the Benoni jump. Take it or leave it. Okay, so yeah, this seems to win. Here's a check.
Check.
Now this just gets him checked again. And now here though, this loses the queen.
Check.
Right? Because we didn't check with rook takes. So white can't play pawn takes. Okay. So, I was saying I was winning for white. It may not be, but we can push by here. Okay. That's an interesting move. Now this is a threat. Okay, so what's black going to do? Well, we don't know. We're also attacking this. It's like if you try to defend the F pawn. I'm going to steal this. And black is, well, white has a weak pawn. Black is fighting for equality here.
Check.
Let's go tie you down to defending F7. So you go there, I'll take it. Thank you. Okay. What else? Let's see. So we have to decide between one of those. We only have 2 legal moves. This threatens a mate in 1. I guess we could try that, but if anything, white could just take this, and he's a pawn ahead. No, we have to cover the mate. This doesn't seem appetizing. I'm gonna, I just come back and do that again. So we run into this. Now there's pressure down here, but even material. Both sides have some weak pawns. I mean, it may not be winning for white, like I say, but if you had to bet money on who would win this, you'd want to pick white. That pawn on f5 seems to be a goner. Can we do anything with a pin? Well, we got a pin here. Well, I guess then I can always come back here. No. Yeah, it's a shame for black, or for white, because we know he lost the game. And here, this is useless. Okay, it doesn't help your position at all. Okay, yeah, you're not going to get bank rank mated, right? But white has all this power back here. How's black gonna? Where's black's open file to back rank mate you? Where's his open diagonal? The queen will get there. It won't. So let's try to improve our position. Let's do this. And why do I want to do that? Because suddenly this becomes a threat again. Now, of course, black has resources, and white missed it the first time. But maybe after white played knight e2, he said, "Oh my God, look what I could have done! Knight f5 check." So if I put him back on d4, he may see what I was doing. So I'll try putting on g3, and from g3 I might get it done. So, see the difference here. This doesn't do anything to help you, and he doesn't want this knight here. There's no need for it. He doesn't want the queen there. Okay, but here, this is a good move. This resumes the threat. Make black defend this position. Okay. Guess what? This threat is still there. Well, I guess he didn't see it, so the knight's back there. But the game still looks about even. So something had to go wrong there to reach where we did. Now here, how does this help you? You're putting your king in the center. We castle to get the king out of the center. If you're trying to send him over here, that's an interesting plan. Now, for those of you that watched the game 1 of the World Championship a couple of days ago, Caruana did that maneuver. He ran his king the other side of the board, and he still ran into trouble. And he played well enough and got the draw. But I don't understand what King F1 is doing. You're basically, in a way, you're just kind of like wiggle wagging, I call it. You're wagging your tail. You're just going back and forth, and because you don't know what to do. Okay, and black might do the same thing, and then maybe he'll say, "I don't know what to do." Yeah, I don't know what to do either. We want to draw? Okay, let's take a draw. Well, okay, fine, but let's help you win more games, both of you, all of you watching. Okay, so opens up the diagonal for this bishop. And now this creates a threat.
Check.
Now, you got that? Well, actually, it wasn't really a threat. It was a pawn trade. Now look at this. There's danger. It's called a shattered pawn chain, or pawn structure. And this pawn falls with check.
Check.
See? King goes to the center, he gets in trouble.
Check.
Now if you go over here, the net result, you're going to drop this D pawn. And yeah, it's just too much trouble here. Now this threat is almost impossible to meet.
Check.
And after this, white can't stop this. You're going to make one more check. safe check on B7 or D7. Let's try B7. I think he got mated here pretty quick. He went there, and then the mate came.
Checkmate.
But this isn't enough.
Check.
This king just hides. And you can't stop. You can't stop mate here that I can see. There's no way to avoid it. So, you brought your king to the center, and then you opened up the E file. See, those rooks don't come through. These rooks don't come through, and this bishop doesn't come here unless you do what you did. See? So, all this did was trade pawns.
Check.
That's all it did. And it left you, it just left this thing in the lurch. We got queen takes F5 on 23. But yeah, well, there's several positions there. But yeah, it's unfortunate for white. He missed knight F5 check. Okay, good game on both sides. They took their time. Okay, now black could have done a little better, but good job, BrerRabbit. You took your time. It's more I can say for